What if the pursuit of beauty could destroy your life? Thousands of people hoping to achieve the perfect face and body are willing to spend huge amounts of money. But what they get in return is not satisfaction, but complications and irreversible consequences. In this video, we will explore some of the most extreme plastic surgeries where wrong decisions have led to shocking transformations. Leave a comment with number 1 if you sympathize with these celebrities, or number if you have a different opinion. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next captivating stories. Julia Tarasovich, the 43-year-old beauty queen from Russia, endured a nightmare after undergoing several cosmetic surgeries she believed would enhance her appearance. She opted for eyelid surgery, eye area revision, and liposuction. But instead of the improved look she expected, she ended up with severe facial swelling, limited facial movement, and eyes that couldn't fully close. The physical and emotional toll was so great that she filed a lawsuit against 2 surgeons, Andrei Kauv and Omar Kojaev, accusing them of negligence. The doctors argued that her complications were due to skin scarring, a rare genetic disorder that causes the skin to harden. Julia firmly denied this, insisting she had no health issues prior to the surgery. Despite spending a significant amount of money on corrective treatments, she admits that her face may never return to its original state. Currently, she has withdrawn from public life and is focusing on healing, sharing her experience as a strong reminder She continues to grow her online presence, promoting her brand and lifestyle, while pushing for an increasingly perfect appearance. Her story illustrates the powerful allure of aesthetic perfection and the lengths some people will go to even as health issues increasingly arise. Donatella Versace did not merely inherit a fashion empire. She also carried the immense responsibility of honoring the legendary legacy left by her brother Gianni Versace. After the shocking assassination of Gianni in 1997, Donatella assumed control of the brand, becoming its creative leader and most prominent face. During the 1990s, she was admired for her signature platinum hair, impeccable fashion sense, and bold, confident beauty that reflected her personal creative touch in every design. Wherever she went, cameras followed, capturing the essence of Italian luxury and establishing Donatella as a global icon of style and fashion elegance. However, fame, the grief of losing her brother, and the relentless pressure to maintain perfection in an industry obsessed with youth deeply affected her. This pressure led Donatella to pursue cosmetic procedures to cope with the intense scrutiny from the public and media. The effort to sustain a flawless image became both a mental and physical burden, transforming her from a vibrant fashion icon into a complex figure where creativity, personal pain, and professional passion intertwined. In this way, Donatella stands not only as a successor to a legendary legacy, but also as a living testament to how a woman navigates loss pressure dazzling yet demanding world of fashion, true allure, comes not from absolute perfection, but from confidence, life experience, and the capacity to transform challenges, hardships, and time itself into a unique and enduring personal style. So here we have Lin May, a famous Mexican actress once known as a sex symbol of the past. She wasn't just a dancer, singer, and actress, she was a multi-talented performer. However, Lin May was dissatisfied with her appearance and underwent numerous cosmetic surgeries. I mean, we're talking about countless procedures, facelifts, cheek implants, you name it, she's done it all. But the saddest part is that these surgeries completely changed her face. If you look at her old photos, you'll see she was truly stunning. She was already beautiful, but after all the surgeries, she looks entirely different. It's really quite sad. She was known for her beauty and talent, and then changed to the point where no one recognizes her anymore. It's hard to imagine, isn't it? It's like a completely different person showing up. Lin May has admitted that she regrets some of the decisions she made. Imagine that your face and body no longer resemble what they once did after undergoing a series of surgeries, and you have to live with the result you didn't expect. She went through emotional pain, public humiliation, all because of the surgeries. This is something many people don't understand, but it's truly difficult to face such insecurities. Few names exemplify the phrase plastic surgery disaster as much as Jocelyn Wildenstein. Once a captivating woman of high society in New York, she was married to the art mogul Alec Wildenstein. Her life was one of luxury with immense wealth, a stunning cosmetic surgery, not only standing as a testament to the abuse of beauty standards, but also as a sobering reminder of the risks of altering one's appearance to meet unrealistic self-esteem or societal expectations. Jessica Alves, formerly known as Rodrigo Alves, is a prominent British media personality of Brazilian origin, known for her extraordinary transformation. She is not just a symbol of gender transition, but also a person who challenges global perceptions of beauty and personal freedom. Born on July 30, 1983, in São Paulo, Brazil, Jessica was raised in a multicultural household. Her mother was Brazilian, and her father, Roosevelt Alves, was British. This combination deeply influenced her perspective on identity and diversity throughout her journey. Jessica has always been driven by a desire to discover her true self, continuously fighting to live authentically according to her own desires. Jessica underwent a profound transformation both physically and in terms of her identity, from a young man named Rodrigo Alves to the woman she is today. Jessica Alves, embodying beauty and personality as a woman. She underwent over 50 cosmetic surgeries, including numerous nose jobs, fillers, and other procedures, to achieve the appearance she felt was most aligned with her true self. However, more than just the physical changes, what truly matters is her journey towards personal freedom, not only in her appearance but also in her spirit, a strong belief in herself. Jessica Alves's story is a testament to the power of self-awareness and living authentically free from judgment or societal prejudice. Growth learning, and ultimately becoming a role model for those facing similar struggles. She fought not just for herself, but for those who were marginalized and misunderstood by society. Her strength and determination helped Jessica build an image of a resilient woman, one who is always confident in her true self despite the obstacles she faced. Over the years, she underwent more than 100 cosmetic surgeries, 51 of which were major surgeries, with a cost of over $650,000 by 2018. Several unfortunate rhinoplasty procedures led to permanent loss of her sense of smell. However, she remained determined to align her appearance with her inner identity. Today, Jessica Alves is a symbol of courage, resilience, and unwavering authenticity. Her journey inspires others to live truthfully, reminding the world that identity is not defined by rules, fear, or public opinion, but by the deep desire to be one's true self. Katie Price's beauty journey, sculpted through Courage Cosmetic Surgery, stands as a bold testament to a woman who dared to challenge every conventional standard of appearance. Once celebrated across the United Kingdom for her natural looks, captivating smile, and glamorous modeling career, Katie quickly became an icon of early 2000s femininity. Yet that rapid rise to fame opened another door for her, one that led straight into the world of cosmetic procedures, where minor enhancements slowly turned into major transformations that reshaped not only her face and body, but her entire public identity. Over the years, Katie Price has become one of the most frequently mentioned names in the British cosmetic surgery scene. Every procedure, every reinvention drew massive attention from the media and her fans. But behind the spotlight lies an unexpected cost battles with health issues, emotional struggles, and the psychological weight of constantly trying to meet society's evolving beauty standards. Her story is not just about altering appearances. It is a story of longing for acceptance, for validation, and for the freedom to define her own beauty in a world that relentlessly rewrites its rules. distinctive, recognizable look. For many years, the results were exactly what she had hoped for. However, these early decisions would set the stage for a long, challenging, and turbulent journey of maintaining and enhancing her beauty according to the ever-changing standards of the entertainment industry. Her full, plump lips became her trademark, the Rinna smile, that everyone recognized on the red carpet and on screen. But time had other plans. As the years passed, the silicone began to harden, forming painful lumps and an uneven shape. Her once perfect lips turned into a daily battle. After nearly 25 years, Lisa finally sought a surgeon in Beverly Hills in 2010 to remove the scar tissue. The surgery relieved some of the discomfort, but it couldn't fully restore the damage. Deep down, Lisa Rinna struggled with the reflection she saw in the mirror, a face that no longer felt like her own. Despite the emotional turmoil these changes caused, she continued experimenting with cosmetic procedures like fillers, Botox, and breast augmentation. Gradually, her appearance became firmer, but her expressions grew less natural. These changes took away the dynamic charm she was once known for. Fans who had loved her warmth and relatability began to notice the stiffness replacing the lively allure they had once adored. It was no surprise that harsh criticisms continuously appeared on social media and in the press. Even though she tried to maintain a perfect appearance, the increasing difference from her previous look made many people comment against aging. Despite possessing undeniable classic beauty, she could not escape the fear of aging, something that in the entertainment industry and high society is often considered a serious concern. As the first wrinkles appeared, she turned to a long list of surgeons. Cayetana decided to start with a simple nose job followed by a facelift, lip fillers, and countless Botox injections. She believed that these procedures would help her maintain a youthful appearance and preserve the captivating style she had always been known for. However, like many in the upper echelons of society, the changes didn't stop at just one step, and she became a symbol of the pursuit of perfection in an age where youth and flawless looks are everything. Each surgery promised eternal youth, but instead it caused her to drift farther from her original charm. Over time, her once regal and elegant beauty gradually transformed into something stiff, glossy, and uneven. Worse still, she was diagnosed with Melkerson-Rosenthal syndrome, a rare disorder that causes facial swelling. In an attempt to conceal the effects, she underwent several more surgeries, but this only worsened her appearance. Her skin lost its elasticity. Her expressions became rigid, and the delicate features she once had faded behind layers of cosmetic procedures. Yet the Duchess remained resilient and unyielding. In 2011, at the age of 85, she stunned the world by marrying a man 24 years younger than her. The wedding made international headlines not only for the romantic story, but also because of her significant The harshest criticism came from family. His young son Eric admitted that he felt frightened when he saw his father's distorted face. That moment became the breaking point for Cowell. The man who once judged millions now had to face himself with only the mirror as his relentless jury. Since then, Simon Cowell has undergone a remarkable transformation. He gave up fillers, Botox, and switched to a healthier lifestyle focusing on natural skincare, balanced nutrition, drinking plenty of water, and maintaining sustainable habits. He even confessed, "I looked at pictures of myself and didn't recognize who it was. That wasn't me." Although the iconic damage has been done, Simon Cowell's story goes beyond just cosmetic surgery. His journey proves that even the harshest critics can evolve, and aging gracefully is not about perfection, but balance. Leave a comment with number 1 if you sympathize with Simon Cowell, or number 0 if you have a different opinion. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming exciting videos. See you in the next video. Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to explore celebrity plastic surgery disasters that you won't believe are real, from Hollywood's top stars to world fashion icons. They used to have perfect looks, but everything changed after just a few botched surgeries. The images in this video will leave you gasping in shock. Let's dive into the world of unrecognizable cosmetic surgeries. Have you ever met anyone in real life who has had plastic surgery? If so, leave a comment with 1. If not, leave a 0. The disastrous plastic surgery cases of celebrities in today's video will make you not believe your eyes. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section for further discussion, and remember to subscribe to the channel to support us to make more interesting videos. Jocelyn Wildenstein was once a symbol of luxury and high society glamour. Her life was intertwined with billionaire art dealer Alec Wildenstein. Her journey to infamy began not with a scandal, but with small cosmetic enhancements, subtle attempts to soften the march of time. But those small procedures became a relentless pursuit, each procedure taking her further from her natural self. Over time, the woman once admired for her elegance became a tabloid obsession, a cautionary tale caught between vanity and heartbreak. The breakdown of her marriage in 1999 marked a turning point, depriving her of both emotional support and financial security. By 2018, after decades of lavish spending, she declared bankruptcy, a stark contrast to her gilded past. Her surgeries to maintain her charm had left her isolated her face a laughingstock and her fortune in tatters. In 2022, she reappeared alongside makeup artist Alexa Stone, not as a triumphant return, but as a haunting reminder of the fleeting nature of beauty and the high cost of pursuing perfection. Her story speaks directly to an older audience. Time may change appearances, but true value is found in self-acceptance, not in the surgeon's scalpel. Mickey Rourke was a sex symbol of the 1980s, known for his rugged looks in films like 9½ Weeks and Angel Heart. However, he gave up the Hollywood spotlight to pursue his first love, boxing. This bold choice was not only shocking, but also had serious consequences. Years of harsh competition left his face with many serious injuries, including shattered facial bones and a broken nose that required multiple reconstructions. The surgery to restore his face did not bring the expected results and left him almost unrecognizable. Rourke himself has shared his regrets, blaming doctors for ruining his appearance. The change in appearance surprised the public and made them regret the image of a romantic man. The surgeries left scars both physically and mentally, causing him to lose the beauty he once admired. However, Mickey Rourke's story did not stop at tragedy. In 2008, he returned strongly with his role in The Wrestler, a film that truly reflected his painful journey in real life. This role was highly appreciated for its real emotions, deep life, and deep empathy. Rourke proved that talent and inner depth can overcome any prejudice about appearance. His journey is a testament to the power to overcome adversity not through perfect appearances, but through courage and honesty. Mickey Rourke shows that sometimes the most painful blows come not from the ring, but from life choices. He suffered loss, but also found redemption through art. His story is a reflection on the trade-offs between fame, passion, and the cost of trying to fix the past. In the spotlight and off, he is a true warrior. And that is the beauty that no surgery can create. Britney Spears, once known as America's pop princess, has lived her entire life in the spotlight from her teenage years to her adulthood. Her career has been marked not only by her music, but also by her dramatic personal ups and downs. Recently, alongside her music and her fight for freedom, she has been notable for her candor about cosmetic procedures. Unlike many celebrities who tend to keep it a secret, Britney has openly admitted to Botox fillers and skin treatments. This is not out of vanity, but as a rare form of control over her own body. After years of having others decide for her, this transparency has become a personal declaration of autonomy. In an age of social media retouching and filters, Britney's candor is a rare and genuine difference. Yet the media has not let her go latching onto every little change to fuel tabloid headlines. For Britney, every beauty decision is not a simple one. It's a symbol of her newly regained freedom. The scrutiny of the public and the press makes seemingly personal choices public. This shows that even in her most private moments, she has to fight to maintain her own control. Every step, every decision about her appearance tells a story of courage and relentless effort. For many who have followed her since the early years of her career, Britney's journey is a vivid portrait of the price of fame. More than just a pop star, she is a symbol of resilience in the face of societal pressures and systems of control. Her visible wounds are a testament to a life that has not been easy. But instead of hiding, Britney chose to face it and be true to herself. It is a rare form of strength in the entertainment industry, truth over perfection. And it is that which has always made her special in the eyes of fans around the world. Justin Jedlicka, also known as the human Ken doll, is a modern icon of extreme cosmetic transformation. By the age of 30, he had undergone more than 700 surgeries and procedures in an effort to reshape himself into the ideal he aspired to be. Justin's journey was more than just vanity, reflecting a deep struggle with body image and a desire to control his own appearance in a society that places a high value on physical beauty. Appearances on television shows like Botched and My Strange Addiction turned his story into a public spectacle, blurring the line between personal pain and entertainment. Justin's story raises many questions about the line between self-expression and self-destruction in the relentless pursuit of beauty perfection. In a world dominated by social media and photo filters, his journey makes us reflect on the invisible pressures that many people face to maintain an ideal image. For those who have observed the ever-changing aesthetic standards, Justin's story is both shocking and a wake-up call about the true value of beauty and self-acceptance. Adele's dramatic transformation has forced the world to rethink how we understand body image and self-acceptance. When she returned to the stage in 2020, appearing on Saturday Night Live after a long absence, the press was abuzz with reports that she had lost more than 100 pounds. For Adele, however, her weight loss journey was not about vanity. but about finding balance in her life after years of personal upheaval and the impact of the pandemic. She used the change as a way to regain control and survive, not simply as a physical transformation. Adele's transformation is not just a before and after photo, but also a story of painful internal battles that fans don't see. While inspiring millions, her journey also raises questions about a culture that celebrates physical transformation without paying much attention to the underlying causes. The pressure celebrities face to constantly reinvent themselves even when they're at their peak is an unavoidable reality. The deep sadness in Adele's story is not the weight she lost, but the silent emotional burden she had to carry. The world often praises the radiant appearance, forgetting the pain and inner turmoil that celebrities face. Her story is a reminder of the importance of understanding and sympathy, not only for the external changes, but also for the challenging inner life behind. In your opinion, is plastic surgery the best way to maintain beauty? If you think so, comment number 2. And if you think it is not always advisable, leave number 5. Today's topic will definitely make you think again about the downside of plastic surgery. Don't hesitate to share your views in the comments section. And remember to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. Val Kilmer's transformation wasn't about chasing youth or clinging to fame. It was about surviving the unthinkable. Once a charismatic star in Top Gun, Batman Forever, and The Doors, Kilmer's commanding presence and voice helped define a generation of cinema. But in 2017, he revealed he had been battling throat cancer, a disease that attacked the very core of his identity. Multiple tracheostomies and aggressive treatments saved his life, but left permanent scars silencing the powerful voice audiences once knew. His words are now weak, but his resilience resonates more than ever. Kilmer's return in Top Gun Maverick was more than just nostalgia. It was a deeply emotional triumph. With the help of AI voice technology and sheer will, he reconnected with fans and reminded the world of his spirit. For those who witnessed his rise in the 1980s and 1990s, the moment carried a profound weight, showing that true strength is not measured by youth or beauty, but by perseverance. Kilmer's journey is a testament to endurance, a reminder that illness can change the way we look or sound, but it can reveal a deeper courage. Janice Dickinson has never shied away from the spotlight or from speaking her truth. Once hailed as the world's first supermodel, she built her legacy on striking beauty, bold confidence, and candid admissions of plastic surgery in a youth-obsessed industry. For years, she openly admitted to undergoing procedures to pursue an image she believed the fashion world demanded. But in 2016, everything changed. The breast cancer diagnosis forced her to confront death in a way no facelift or fillers could. Survival, not appearance, became her battle. Now, in her late 60s, Dickinson looks very different from the woman who once dominated magazine covers. But her fight revealed something more enduring than beauty and unbreakable will to live. It wasn't what she looked like that mattered, it was what she endured. Her return to television and public life wasn't vanity. It's a symbol of resilience, proof that true strength isn't created in the operating room. For older viewers who have experienced their own seasons of change, her story hits a very human chord. Janice Dickinson reminds us that the most powerful transformations aren't just skin deep. They're the ones that help us overcome life's toughest challenges. Christina Aguilera's transformation has always been a hotly debated and publicized topic in modern pop culture. Since her rise to fame with her powerful voice and innocent image in 1999, she has continued to reinvent herself throughout her career. Her weight fluctuations combined with the effects of motherhood and aging have led many to question the cosmetic procedures she may have undergone. However, looking only at her appearance misses a much more complex picture of the personal challenges Aguilera has faced. Behind the glittering performances and glamorous red carpet moments is a story of resilience in life as she has overcome divorce, public criticism, and the pressure to maintain her position in an industry that often abandons women after a certain age. Christina's transformations are not just a matter of vanity, but also a way for her to protect herself and regain control of her life's narrative. For those who have followed her journey from teen idol to seasoned artist, her story is a testament to perseverance and inner strength. Each public transformation hides a private struggle, a side of fame that the public rarely sees. Aguilera has proven that true beauty lies not just in the skin, but in the ability to overcome hardship and be true to yourself in the brightest Hollywood spotlight. Ariel Winter's decision to undergo breast reduction surgery at the age of 17 has brought attention to the silent struggle many young women face, especially those who have grown up in the Hollywood spotlight. For her, it was not about pursuing beauty, but rather a way to escape the lingering back pain and psychological pressure of unwanted attention. Thrust onto the red carpet as a teenager, Ariel faced countless comments about her body at an age when other young people were just beginning to discover themselves. What makes her story so powerful is the openness and honesty with which she shares her journey. By publicly choosing to reduce her bust size from an F cup to a D cup, Ariel Winter helped to dispel the stigma surrounding cosmetic surgery, presenting it as a health and life-enhancing decision rather than a frivolous one. Her candor changed perceptions of the procedure, turning it into a symbol of self-empowerment. Yet despite her courage, she faced harsh criticism, reflecting the harsh double standards women in the entertainment industry often face, judged for remaining natural and judged for making the change. Yet Ariel remains resilient and embraces her truth with pride. For viewers who have watched her grow from a child star into a strong, outspoken woman, her journey offers a powerful lesson in self-esteem and the importance of body ownership. Ariel's story is not only a personal journey, but also a modern inspiration encouraging people to stand up for themselves and honor the inner strength behind every important choice. Kaley Cuoco's honesty about her cosmetic procedures has created a new wave in the way Hollywood views beauty. Known for her role as Penny on The Big Bang Theory, she openly shared that she had breast augmentation at age 18 and later used Botox and fillers. However, what sets Kaley apart is that she doesn't view those changes as a quest for perfection, but rather as decisions that have helped her boost her confidence and make her feel more comfortable in her own skin. Instead of conforming to the strict standards of the entertainment industry, Kaley approaches cosmetic procedures with balance, viewing them as tools to help her express herself in the most natural way. Her candor has helped break down the stigma surrounding beauty, opening up more honest conversations about aging and self-image. Kaley Cuoco has proven that changing your appearance doesn't mean losing your authenticity and individuality. Her story challenges the traditional notion that beauty has to conform to a fixed standard, instead showing that personal choices can be both practical and liberating and empowering. In doing so, Kaley inspires many to be true to themselves and not be afraid to express change in their own way. Her story is a clear example of how self-care is not vanity, but a sign of strength and empowerment. Brigitte Nielsen, a tall and charismatic Danish actress, captivated audiences with her roles in Red Sonja and Rocky IV. With her natural beauty, bold charisma, and unwavering confidence, she quickly became a shining star on screen and in the entertainment industry in the 1980s. However, when she turned 40, Brigitte began to feel the harsh pressure of Hollywood's culture that was obsessed with youth and appearance. At the age of 44, she decided to participate in the reality TV show From Old to New to record the process of performing many cosmetic procedures to maintain her image. In a short period of time, Brigitte underwent facelifts, eyelid surgery, liposuction, Botox injections, and lip fillers. While the show was meant to showcase self-care and positive change, the results highlighted the high cost of chasing perfection. Her skin became tight, losing its natural warmth and naturalness, while her signature big round eyes became narrow and lifeless after eyelid surgery. Still, Brigitte insists she is happy with her new look, and even at over 60, the changes are undeniable. Brigitte's once classic beauty has been profoundly altered by cosmetic procedures. The quest for youthfulness, which seemed to preserve her beauty, has inadvertently blurred the very features that made her unforgettable to the public. This transformation has sparked much debate among fans and experts as to whether the procedures have actually enhanced her image. However, Brigitte has remained steadfast in her decision, continuing to appear confidently at public events and reality TV shows. Brigitte has openly shared that plastic surgery is a way for her to feel better about herself and maintain her position in the competitive entertainment industry. Her story is not only a testament to her aesthetic transformation, but also a profound commentary on the strict beauty standards that come with fame. Brigitte's journey is a reminder that sometimes the pursuit of perfection can take away from who we are. For older audiences, her story is a lesson in self-acceptance and a wise perspective on aging rather than trying to hold on to youth at all costs. Joan Van Ark, a beloved American television actress, left a deep impression on audiences through her role as Valine Ewing in Dallas and its spin-off series Knots Landing. With her profound acting ability and natural charm, Joan created the image of a resilient woman who overcame pain and betrayal, attracting millions of viewers. At the peak of her career, she was an icon of beauty, talent, and charm on the small screen. However, behind the halo, Joan also faced the harsh pressures of showbiz, especially regarding age. By the early 1990s, Joan was becoming increasingly aware of Hollywood's obsession with youth and appearance. Her first nose job in 1991 was a modest step, but it set off a series of cosmetic procedures including eyelid surgery, facelifts, Botox injections, and chemical peels. Each procedure seemed to push her further away from the natural beauty that had once made her stand out. Over time, the signs of change became more obvious, leaving Joan's face looking hard and lacking in warmth. By the 2000s, Joan Van Ark's changing appearance was no longer something that the media and fans could not avoid. At the 40th anniversary of Knots Landing, her stiff and lifeless appearance caused a somber atmosphere and caused much discussion. However, Joan remained silent in the face of criticism and focused on her artistic career. Her legacy, especially her role as Valine Ewing, is still remembered with respect as a testament to her talent and sincerity that transcended any external changes. Joan Van Ark's journey is a poignant reminder of the consequences of chasing perfection in an entertainment industry where appearance is often placed above all else. But Joan's true beauty lies not in her appearance, but in her artistic contributions and her ability to connect with audiences through her performances. Her story is a reminder that true value always comes from within, from empathy, and a sincere heart, not from external interventions. Melanie Griffith, once hailed as one of Hollywood's most glamorous stars, has been known for her grace talent and distinctive beauty. From her breakout role in Working Girl to appearances in films like Something Wild and Body Double, she has become an icon of both vulnerability and strength on screen. With her radiant smile and expressive features, Melanie epitomized classic Hollywood glamour of the 1980s and 1990s. But as the entertainment industry became increasingly obsessed with youth and perfection, Melanie, like many actresses of her time, found herself under immense pressure to maintain a youthful appearance. Beginning in the late 1990s, she turned to cosmetic procedures, Botox, lip fillers, and facelifts in an effort to maintain the look that had helped define her career. At first, the interventions seemed to produce the desired results: smoother skin, fuller lips, and a youthful glow. Over time, however, the effects of her repeated procedures became more apparent. Her once natural beauty was gradually replaced by a synthetic appearance that left her almost unrecognizable to longtime fans. Her overpumped lips and overfilled skin limited her facial expressions, creating a mask-like appearance that contrasted sharply with the warmth and softness she was once known for. By 2017, Melanie publicly admitted that she had not fully realized the extent of her changes until others began to point them out. Despite her efforts to reverse some of the changes, restoring her original appearance proved difficult. Rather than being remembered solely for her roles and charisma, much of the public discussion turned to her altered image. Melanie Griffith's journey serves as a sobering reflection on the cost of pursuing impossible beauty standards. In her attempt to hold on to her youth, she lost some of the qualities that made her uniquely admirable. Yet her willingness to speak candidly about her experience adds depth to her legacy, not just as an actress, but as a woman navigating a world that often values image over authenticity. For older audiences, her story is a heartfelt reminder that true beauty comes not from resisting age, but from embracing it with grace, confidence, and self-acceptance. Suzanne Somers, beloved for her role as Chrissy Snow on Three's Company, was a natural beauty with comedic grace. With her infectious smile and effortless youthful demeanor, she quickly became a household name and a fan favorite throughout the late 1970s and early 1980s. Audiences admired her acting talent, as well as the youthfulness and vitality she exuded so naturally. As time passed and the pressure to maintain a youthful appearance in the entertainment industry grew, Suzanne embarked on a journey of cosmetic intervention that surprised many fans. Initially, she focused on hormone therapy, organic living, and nutritional supplements, becoming the author of several health books and a prominent figure in the anti-aging community. However, in addition to natural methods, Suzanne also did not hesitate to use invasive cosmetic procedures to maintain her appearance. Jawline lifts Botox injections to smooth out her expressionless forehead, and fillers to plump up her lips and smooth out her wrinkles created a sculpted but rigid appearance far from her friendly, lively image before. The change led to much debate about her new look, leaving many fans confused. Suzanne admitted to being disappointed with the results at times, but she maintained that the procedures were an important part of her personal strategy for coping with aging. She viewed them as part of a holistic philosophy of health, beauty, and self-confidence, and continued to promote them into her later years. Despite the controversy surrounding her changing appearance, Suzanne Somers remains a powerful voice for aging with purpose and awareness. Her legacy is as diverse as it is profound: a talented actress, a passionate health advocate, and a woman who chose her own path despite challenges. Her story highlights that the pursuit of eternal youth can have unintended consequences, but that accepting yourself with your choices and flaws is also a powerful form of self-acceptance. There is no denying that Michael Jackson's dramatic change in appearance was due to decades of plastic surgery. From a dark-skinned man with African features, photos of him in his later years show a barely recognizable change. A narrower nose, fairer skin, higher cheekbones, a sharper chin, and dramatically altered eyes. This transformation has become a subject of controversy, not only in the media, but also in the cosmetic medical community. The journey began in the late 1970s with his first nose job in 1979, a move that Jackson himself considered carefully. He reportedly asked his sister, LaToya Jackson, to undergo the surgery first to see the results. Only after seeing her recover did he decide to intervene. From there, Jackson continued to undergo a series of procedures to change his appearance, not only for aesthetic reasons, but also to correct the effects of the surgeries that went wrong. Dr. Wallace Goodstein, who worked with Jackson's surgical team, said that Jackson visited the clinic every few months, often performing multiple procedures in the same session, from rhinoplasty to cheek implants to eyelid and chin surgery. Some experts, such as Dr. E.A. Gorbis, have even suggested that Jackson may have had as many as 100 surgeries in his lifetime. While there is no official figure, many observers believe that the extent of the interventions completely altered his facial structure, leaving him looking a far cry from his younger self. Despite all the controversy, it is undeniable that Michael Jackson has always devoted himself to his art and his fans. In a sharing, he once said, "I feel it would be selfish to enjoy my talent only for myself." Despite his ever-changing appearance, Jackson's artistic spirit and dedication are what made him a global icon, not only in music but also in the story of fame, pressure, and identity. Katie Price, formerly known as Jordan, rose to fame in the 1990s as a glamorous model with natural beauty, wavy hair, and a radiant smile. However, her journey through plastic surgery has completely transformed her appearance, transforming her from a youthful girl into a controversial icon of transformation. Starting in 1998, with her first breast augmentation from 32B to 32C, Katie has undergone more than 17 breast surgeries, 6 facelifts, and countless other procedures such as liposuction, Brazilian butt lift, BBL, and fillers and Botox. One particularly notable surgery came in 2017, when she had to have her face reshaped after a botched facelift that left her under eye creased and disfigured. Before and after photos showed a stark contrast to her natural features. She gradually transformed into a plastic appearance with full lips, unnaturally high eyebrows, and tight skin, making her unrecognizable to many fans. The complications from Katie Price's surgeries have had serious consequences. In 2015, she suffered a serious infection from her breast reduction. And in 2020, another breast augmentation went wrong, forcing her to have emergency surgery. Most recently in 2024, her 6th facelift, which cost $10,000 in Turkey, left her so swollen, bruised, and in so much pain that she couldn't see clearly. Katie admitted on the podcast How to Fail that she worried whether people were looking at her because she looked like a plastic doll or because she was beautiful, revealing her complicated relationship with surgery because she felt she wasn't beautiful enough. Comments on X and the media have suggested she is pursuing the Bratz doll look, but friends and family have expressed concerns about her body image issues and the risks associated with constant anesthesia. At 47, Katie Price continues to pursue plastic surgery with plans for 6 more procedures by 2025, including pixie ear surgery and more fillers in her buttocks, despite warnings from doctors and family that the procedures could be life-threatening. She told the Jeremy Vine show that she felt ugly and regretted having the surgery at 18, but continued because she wanted to be the best version of herself. Despite harsh criticism on social media and complications such as scarring nerve damage and facial asymmetry, Katie has remained steadfast in her choice. Her story is a cautionary tale about the pressures of beauty in the entertainment industry and the cost of relentlessly pursuing perfection. But it also reflects the resilience of a woman who stays true to her vision even amid controversy. Barry Manilow's transformation over the years is one of the most notable examples of male cosmetic enhancement in the entertainment industry. Unlike many celebrities, Manilow has occasionally admitted to some procedures while keeping others private. His cosmetic journey appears to have begun in the mid-1980s around age 40. Early changes like a nose job and jawline reshaping enhanced his facial features while still maintaining his signature look. By the 1990s, his appearance showed more noticeable changes, which likely included a brow lift and facelift. This period marked the growing acceptance of male cosmetic surgery, although it was still rarely discussed. Manilow's transformation continued into the 2000s, becoming the focus of media attention. The cumulative effect of multiple surgeries, including a facelift and eyelid surgery, resulted in a significantly altered appearance. Although he has joked about some of his procedures, Manilow has been selective about sharing details. As a music-focused artist, he faces less pressure to maintain a particular look than traditional movie stars. His transformation reflects a broader cultural shift, with male cosmetic enhancements being discussed more openly. Manilow's evolution is now seen as part of his public image, rather than a source of scandal. Meg Ryan was once the American muse, the symbol of romantic movies in the 90s, with her sweet, natural beauty and radiant smile. Movies like When Harry Met Sally Sleepless in Seattle or You've Got Mail not only brought her to the pinnacle of fame, but also deeply engraved her image in the hearts of audiences around the world. However, entering middle age, Meg Ryan seems to not accept the fading of age, and has chosen to hold on to her youth through cosmetic surgery with results that have shocked the public. Although she never publicly admitted it, Meg Ryan's face had changed dramatically. Her lips had become abnormally thick, her cheeks were artificially puffed up, her skin was tight and expressionless, and her face had lost its natural harmony. The cosmetic intervention was considered excessive, causing her to lose the charm and approachability that had made her famous. The media and fans could not help but feel regretful, many even calling her a victim of Hollywood, where age is sometimes considered a taboo, especially for women. Meg Ryan is a heartbreaking example of how the pressures of appearance in the entertainment industry can cause even the most famous, successful, and beautiful people to lose confidence. Instead of continuing to shine with her natural beauty over the years, she lost herself in the wave of artificial surgery. However, Meg's film career still left a deep mark as proof that true beauty comes from talent and soul, something that no amount of surgery can create. And those are the celebrity plastic surgery disasters that will surely surprise you. Sometimes the pursuit of beauty leads to irreversible consequences. Hopefully this video has helped you have a clearer view of the dark side of plastic surgery in showbiz. If you find the video interesting, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to support me to create more interesting content. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. What if I told you that behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, some of the biggest stars are living proof that the pursuit of perfection can turn into a nightmare? Even now, there are celebrities willing to do anything to reverse the choices they made in the name of beauty. From botched surgeries that have ruined their looks to dramatic transformations that leave fans breathless, these are the secrets Hollywood doesn't want you to know. Stay tuned because these aren't just ordinary transformation stories. They're cautionary tales about the steep price of chasing an unrealistic dream and how the cosmetic surgery paradise can quickly turn into a prison. Let's start with a name that has become the ultimate symbol of extreme cosmetic surgery. Don't forget to leave a comment with a 1 if you empathize with these stars, or a 0 if you have a different opinion. And before we begin, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss the stories that Hollywood doesn't want you to hear. Jocelyn Wildenstein. Once one of the icons of high society, known for her graceful beauty and lavish lifestyle, has gradually become a cautionary tale for those who dream of maintaining eternal youth through cosmetic interventions. Her story is not just about a single makeover, but a series of controversial decisions that spanned many years. Her journey into surgery began when she married Alec Wildenstein, a famous billionaire art dealer in the 1970s. Initially, her cosmetic procedures were minor adjustments aimed at enhancing her youthful appearance and maintaining her beauty. However, as her family life faced some difficulties, surgeries became an inseparable part of Jocelyn's life. By the late 1990s, her appearance had changed so drastically that people no longer recognized her. The nickname Catwoman of New York was given to her, a moniker that reflected the strange distortion of Jocelyn's face and served as a warning about the negative effects of cosmetic surgery when abused. But Jocelyn's life wasn't defined solely by her surgeries. When her marriage to Alec Wildenstein ended in 1999, it wasn't just love that she lost, but her financial stability as well. Prior to the collapse of their marriage, Jocelyn had lived in a world of luxury with sprawling mansions, yachts, and all the trappings of extreme wealth. However, after the divorce, she was faced with the harsh reality that the financial security she once took for granted was no longer hers. A lengthy legal battle over the division of assets ensued, and Jocelyn realized that the things she had once considered unshakable, her wealth and her status, were slipping away. The surgeries, the choices that had slowly altered her appearance, were not only robbing her of the beauty she once held, but also taking away the life she had known. What started as a quest to hold on to her youth ended up costing her much more than she ever imagined, from her relationship to the very foundation of her lavish lifestyle. Despite spending millions of dollars on cosmetic surgeries, Jocelyn Wildenstein could not escape the humiliation scandals and eventually financial ruin. The initial surgeries, meant to preserve her youth and eternal beauty, gradually turned into a long, painful, and desperate journey, where each alteration of her face only took her further from the image that the world once admired. Jocelyn had once lived in the utmost luxury with lavish mansions, yachts, and expensive vacations, things that seemed like they could never be lost. However, her relentless pursuit of youth through continuous surgeries led to a transformation that spiraled out of control. Her appearance gradually became an unfortunate symbol in the cosmetic surgery industry, a testament to the loss of direction when the desire for perfection turns into an obsession. By 2018, after years of facing debt and financial turmoil, Jocelyn was forced to file for bankruptcy. This was a huge shock for someone who had once been admired for her opulent lifestyle, but now only the remnants of a life destroyed by a series of poor decisions remained. What she once had, things she had once considered unshakable, were now only painful memories of a glorious past that had faded away. When Jocelyn resurfaced in public in 2022 alongside makeup artist Alexa Stone, no one could have imagined that this comeback would bring about feelings of regret rather than the admiration she had hoped for. It should have been a grand moment where she could shine once again like she did in the past, but instead it became a reminder of the deep scars that the pursuit of perfect beauty can cause. Imagine that you are at the peak of fame, with your voice adored and loved by the whole world. You are an icon, someone everyone aspires to be like. But then one day, you suddenly disappear, gone for 4 years. When you return, everyone is stunned by such a drastic change that it's almost impossible to recognize you. This is the story of Adele, a remarkable transformation that made the entire world confront an obsession with beauty and body image. In 2020, after a long period of absence, Adele returned and shocked everyone by publicly revealing that she had lost 45 kilograms. This change was not just a prominent event, but became a subject of media discussion. Newspapers widely praised her new appearance, calling it a magical transformation. But few knew that behind these compliments lay a much darker truth. However, Adele's transformation was not just the result of simple weight loss or self-care. Her story truly exposes the harsh beauty standards that modern society imposes on stars. Although Adele had lost 45 kilograms and was admired for her new appearance, behind that was a big question about the sacrifices and relentless efforts. Could it be that all the physical changes were just to please a society constantly yearning for beauty and body ideals? Through her transformation, Adele not only inspired personal change, but also made us reconsider the unreasonable demands society places on celebrities. This transformation has become a major debate, causing each of us to question whether outer beauty is truly more important than inner values and self-acceptance. Adele's appearance on Saturday Night Live was not just a captivating performance on stage, but also a testament to a silent battle she had to overcome for a long time. Behind the stage lights was a journey filled with hardship, loneliness, insecurity, and mental struggles during the pandemic. Adele's weight loss became a shield, a way for her to regain control over the chaotic life she faced. But while the world focused only on the outward results, few questioned the reasons behind this transformation. Why do we celebrate dramatic physical transformations while overlooking the hidden emotional scars beneath them? Adele's story, like many others in Hollywood, reflects a harsh truth. The price of perfection is not always success and recognition, but sometimes it's the loss of oneself in the pursuit of acceptance from others. Adele's journey is not just a story about physical transformation, but also a reminder of the inevitable pressures that stars must endure. Weight loss may have helped her regain confidence and a sense of control, but it also raises a big question about what stars, particularly women in the entertainment industry, must sacrifice to meet the beauty standards set by society. Adele's transformation is part of a global conversation about beauty standards and mental health, about whether we can accept ourselves when we don't meet the ideals society expects. Her story is not just about an external makeover, but also about a journey of seeking self-acceptance and peace in a world filled with unreasonable expectations. Adele's story is not just about a physical makeover. It's also a mirror reflecting the tremendous pressures that even the brightest stars face. It's the pressure to be perfect in the eyes of the public, a pressure they sometimes cannot escape. The evidence shows that fame does not only bring glory, but also amplifies insecurity, rewarding external changes rather than healing from within. Adele's story is not only about weight loss. It's a reminder of the emotional cost of living in a culture that glorifies perfection, even if it comes at the expense of personal pain. Britney Spears, the Princess of Pop, who grew up under the bright stage lights, has spent her entire life maturing in front of millions of people. From her earliest days in the music industry, she faced immense public scrutiny, not only about her talent, but also her appearance and personal journey of growth. However, recently, Britney's honesty about cosmetic procedures has completely changed the way the public views her. In an era where filters and image editing technology blur the lines between reality and perfection, Britney's openness about Botox injections, lip fillers, and skin rejuvenation techniques has become both authentic and empowering. She not only shows courage in breaking society's beauty standards, but also affirms the right to live authentically, whether in the spotlight or not. Britney Spears' public sharing of her experiences with cosmetic surgery reflects not only a shift in how we view appearance, but also serves as a powerful voice about the pressures celebrities face in modern society. While others may choose to remain silent about such procedures, Britney decided not to hide them, creating a connection with her followers. She demonstrated that self-care, whether through cosmetic procedures or not, is a personal right and should not be judged or criticized. Britney's story is not just about perfection, but about self-acceptance and self-love in a world where beauty is sometimes undervalued and recognized by external factors. Unlike many other stars who often deny obvious changes until they fall into cosmetic surgery disasters, Britney Spears chose the path of transparency. She admits to the small steps she's taken to maintain her image, reminding the world that not all changes stem from obsession, but sometimes from the need for survival in a high-pressure industry. Britney has shown courage in publicly acknowledging Botox injections and other beauty procedures, asserting that these changes do not always come from dissatisfaction with oneself, but sometimes they are a form of self-care, a way to sustain her career and maintain her public image. However, even these small decisions could not shield Britney from media criticism. Every wrinkle, every injection was scrutinized and interpreted as a symbol of weakness, as though her cosmetic procedures were proof of insecurity and dissatisfaction with herself. Although Britney has always tried to maintain honesty and transparency about her journey in this world full of expectations, she remains a target for baseless judgments. This highlights the pressure celebrities face, where every decision about their appearance can become a public story inflated by the media and met with unfriendly commentary. For someone who has lived a life of control, criticism, and manipulation, these small procedures are not merely vanity. They are acts of defiance, rare moments when Britney reclaims control over her body in a world that always seeks to strip it away. And that is the tragedy. Whether small tweaks or risky surgeries, society still views them as performances. Britney's journey exposes a heartbreaking truth behind every change. Whether subtle or extreme, is a person desperately trying to meet unattainable standards. Her story is not about perfection, it is about a woman fighting to be seen on her own terms in a world that rarely allows her to choose. Heidi Montag, the star of The Hills, the queen of reality TV shows, and the woman who became the center of attention for her decision to undergo 10 cosmetic surgeries in one day. Yes, you read that right, 10 surgeries in a single day. At just 23 years old, Heidi decided to trade her girl-next-door look for a transformation that could be compared more to a science fiction movie than a typical reality TV makeover. She underwent a series of surgeries including eyebrow lifts, rhinoplasty, chin reduction, and breast augmentation, a complete makeover with breasts so large they could even function as flotation devices. This decision not only shocked the media, but also sparked a debate about beauty standards and the pressure the entertainment industry places on stars, especially women. While many in the entertainment industry and the media criticized her actions as a sign of a lack of self-acceptance, Heidi saw it as a form of freedom, a way to assert herself in a highly competitive world. However, this transformation didn't come without consequences. Her makeover was nothing short of extreme, and what was initially seen as a complete transformation quickly became a cautionary tale. Fans were shocked, critics were ruthless, and suddenly Heidi was no longer famous for her antics on reality TV. She became the poster child for cosmetic surgery gone too far. Instead of advancing her career, the dramatic changes made her look older, more sculpted, and ironically, not even like herself. The media labeled her a plastic doll, and the once rising star became a reminder of Hollywood's unattainable beauty standards. Years later, Heidi admitted her regret. "If I could go back, I wouldn't do it." She acknowledged that the emotional and psychological toll was far greater than she ever anticipated. The loneliness, anxiety, and exhausting pressure to maintain an image that no longer resembled her. Today, she has stepped away from the spotlight, focusing on family and personal growth. But her story remains a stern warning in an industry obsessed with perfection. Chasing an ideal appearance can sometimes cost more than money. It can cause you to lose your self-esteem. When boxing changed his face, the price paid went far beyond the ring. Mickey Rourke's story is one of Hollywood's clearest reminders of how easily beauty can be lost and how cosmetic surgery can quickly turn from salvation into disaster. In the 1980s, Mickey Rourke was hailed as one of Hollywood's most handsome and captivating leading men. However, he made a decision that would alter his entire life. He gave up acting to pursue a career in professional boxing. Years of fighting in the ring left him with severe facial fractures, forcing him to undergo a series of reconstructive surgeries to restore his face. But the tragedy lies in the fact the surgeries Rourke underwent hoping to restore the alluring looks of his past only made things worse. Despite being famous and wealthy, he could not escape the mistakes made by the very surgeons entrusted with his restoration. Rourke painfully admitted, "One surgeon ruined my face to the point where it was unrecognizable." The surgeries intended to restore his former beauty turned him into a living example of the failures of the cosmetic surgery industry when abused. Instead of regaining the image of the charming hero he once had, the world now remembers him for his scars, medical mistakes, and a drastically altered appearance compared to the one he had built. Rourke's story is a clear reminder that even with money and fame, there is no guarantee of a positive outcome, and sometimes decisions about cosmetic surgery that seem like they could save you are actually the turning point leading to tragedy. Rourke's once iconic appearance with its masculine and alluring beauty has now become a headline in stories of cosmetic surgery disasters, where what were intended to be corrective procedures instead became acts of destruction. The scars on his face are not the result of aging, but the consequences of poor decisions made during his brutal cosmetic journey. However, Rourke's story did not end there. In 2008, he made a remarkable comeback with his role as wrestler Randy the Ram in The Wrestler. This wasn't just a role, it was a portrayal of pain resilience and the collapse of glory that he himself had experienced. This role became a bright spot in Rourke's career, a declaration that despite the physical and emotional scars, true victory doesn't come from hiding them, but from accepting them and finding strength in the pieces of oneself. Rourke's story is proof of the power of recovery and rebirth, not only in his career but in his personal life. He faced failures and wounds, but rather than allowing them to defeat him, he found the strength to keep going. Scars, whether physical or emotional, are not signs of weakness, but evidence of survival, of resilience, and the ability to rise from failure. Rourke proved that even if one's appearance changes, the wounds can be an integral part of the story of recovery and triumph. Janice Dickinson has always lived in the spotlight unapologetically without regret. Once hailed as the world's first supermodel, she was famous not only for her sizzling beauty, but also for her outspoken personality, boldness, and decades-long reliance on cosmetic surgery. Facelifts, breast implants, injectables, Janice was always open about every procedure she underwent, which often placed her on the lists of the most infamous cosmetic surgery disasters. However, in 2016, when diagnosed with breast cancer, Dickinson was forced to face a harsh truth: all the physical changes couldn't shield her from the fragility of being human. The woman who had altered her appearance to maintain fame in an industry that worships youth now had to fight just to survive. At 69 years old, her appearance has changed significantly from the glamorous magazine covers of the 1980s. The years gone by, filled with trials and challenges, have inevitably left their mark on her face. The wrinkles and unavoidable scars have become a part of her life, a sign of time and the battles she has faced. However, what makes her stand out is not the changed appearance, but the inner strength she demonstrates each day in her fight against cancer. She doesn't chase the beauty standards set by society, nor does she try to deny the signs of aging or physical pain. Cosmetic surgery may alter the face, but it cannot change the spirit and determination she has accumulated throughout her life. Only perseverance and a strong will have helped her stand firm against the harsh rounds of chemotherapy, overcoming the pain and the constant fear of illness. Her battle was not one of outer beauty, but a fight for life and self-acceptance. While many may chase beauty standards and seek perfection through cosmetic procedures, she has proven that true courage does not come from changing what is visible, but from the ability to face and accept what is real in life. The months of chemotherapy, the sleepless nights filled with pain and worry, she wasn't just fighting for survival, but also for the belief in herself and the true value of humanity. Her story is a clear testament that human strength does not lie in appearance, but in the ability to overcome the harshest challenges. True beauty is not in the sharp features of a face, but in inner strength, resilience, and the courage to love oneself even when facing changes and the scars that life brings. Janice Dickinson's eventual return to work at the Janice Dickinson Modeling Agency was not just a revival of her career, but a strong and proud statement of her identity and human worth. It is the message that a person is not defined by smooth skin or artificial features, but by the strength to stand firm and overcome the harshest challenges life throws at us. Janice's journey from a woman addicted to cosmetic surgery to a resilient survivor has proven a profound truth. Our bodies are not an experiment to reach perfection. They are the steadfast vessel that carries us through all the storms of time. No cosmetic procedure can replace the inner strength of a person, the strength that comes from the ability to overcome adversity and never give up on oneself. Janice has faced many hardships and mistakes in life, but these mistakes did not defeat her. Instead, they became the solid foundation that helped her rise and continue moving forward. Janice's story is proof that true perfection is not found in appearance, but in how we accept and love ourselves even when faced with scars or the inevitable changes of time. As she has proven, reinventing oneself is not about changing outward form, but about rediscovering who we are through the challenges life brings. Val Kilmer's transformation is entirely different from the cautionary tales of cosmetic surgery disasters. His story is not about vanity or the obsession with maintaining youth, but about survival and facing death. The famous star of Top Gun and Batman Forever saw his life completely upended when throat cancer suddenly struck, threatening not only his career, but also his voice, the instrument that made Val Kilmer an icon. For an actor like him, his voice is the most important connection to his audience, and when this disease threatened to take that away, everything seemed to collapse. He underwent 2 tracheotomy surgeries and years of painful chemotherapy battles, not only against illness, but also against emotional pain. This was not a change driven by aesthetics or a decision to undergo surgery in pursuit of beauty. It was a testament to the cost of fighting for life in a desperate situation. If you find his story inspiring, leave a comment like this video and subscribe to our channel to keep hearing more powerful stories of resilience. Don't miss out on the next chapter. While many stars in Hollywood look to change their faces, enhance their appearance to chase perfection, Val Kilmer's appearance tells a completely different story. His story is not about the pursuit of perfection, but about facing the high cost of survival. The scars on his body, both physical and emotional, are proof of a battle for survival far harsher than any cosmetic procedure. Kilmer is no longer the model of perfection or flawless beauty, but the embodiment of someone who fought illness and overcame limits that many may never imagine. His appearance is a story of strength, of the ability to stand firm against adversity, and a reminder that life, even with its pain, is a precious gift that no one can replace with perfect looks. Val Kilmer's voice was permanently damaged. His face changed dramatically, but it is his resilience that defines him more than any role he ever played in his career. His return in Top Gun Maverick was not just a nostalgic cameo, it was a tribute to inner strength, a testament to a man who fought and triumphed in silence. This role was not only the appearance of a cinematic icon, but also a powerful statement that illness, no matter how harsh, cannot erase his true self. Every frame of Val Kilmer in the film is marked by the battle he endured, a victory not easily won, the victory of refusing to be silent, of not letting illness and adversity make him give up. Val Kilmer's journey is a powerful reminder that not all changes in life are a choice, and not all scars are something to be ashamed of. In an industry where outward perfection is often seen as the measure of success, Kilmer's story puts everything into perspective. True strength does not lie in perfect looks, but in the courage to endure, to adapt, and to keep moving forward, even when life tries to take it all away. Appearances change, voices change, but what cannot change is the strong will and determination to rise, a powerful message Kilmer has conveyed throughout his challenging journey. Justin Jedlicka, famous for his nickname, the real-life Ken doll, remains one of the most notable and troubling examples of a cosmetic surgery disaster in modern pop culture. By the age of 30, he had undergone more than 700 surgeries, a number that even Hollywood's excesses would bow down to in admiration. His obsession began at 18, not only due to a desire for perfection, but also from a deep struggle with body dysmorphia, amplified by a society that worships appearance as the measure of worth. Jedlicka's appearances on shows like Botched and My Strange Addiction turned his personal pain into a public spectacle, making his face and body a mirror reflecting society's obsession with perfection. Instead of being admired, many view his story as a tragedy, a living proof that the relentless pressure and promises of perfection can lead to irreversible distortion. While many people seek small aesthetic changes, Justin took the extreme path, becoming a symbol of the fragile line between self-expression and self-destruction. What makes his story so frightening is not just the surgeries themselves, but the message they send about us, a society that constantly demands that people be more beautiful, no matter the cost to their very selves. His journey is not only a story of physical transformation, but also a profound lesson about the consequences of obsessively chasing an ideal of beauty with no end in sight. Each surgery not only changes the outer appearance, but can also leave deep scars within, serving as a reminder that the pursuit of perfection can push a person towards self-destruction. Justin Jedlicka's story is a reminder that true beauty doesn't come from external appearances, but from accepting and loving oneself, regardless of society's standards or expectations. Amidst the countless stars in the entertainment industry often associated with cosmetic surgery disasters, Dolly Parton stands out as a unique symbol, not for perfection or a flawless image, but because she has fully embraced and taken responsibility for every choice she has made. She is not one to hide or deny the procedures she has undergone, as many other stars often do when the media brings them into the spotlight. Rather than allowing surgeries to become a point of controversy or scrutiny, Dolly has embraced them with humor, honesty, and a completely proactive attitude. Her iconic quote, "It takes a lot of money to look this cheap," is not just a clever response to criticism, but also a way for her to affirm her freedom in deciding and shaping herself. In fact, Dolly Parton has turned her physical transformations into an inseparable part of her public image, not just for beauty, but as a personal signature reflecting her confident self that is unafraid to acknowledge what she has done. From facelifts and breast implants to Botox injections, Dolly is not only open about her beauty upgrades, but shares them with pride, exuding grace, sincerity, and warmth, qualities that have built her unique brand in the entertainment industry. While many other stars choose to keep their cosmetic procedures secret or downplay them when asked by the media, Dolly Parton is completely different. She has never been afraid to face the truth and has never shied away from admitting that she has changed her appearance through cosmetic methods. For her, it is not a lack of confidence, but a way to express herself powerfully and freely as part of her journey to find satisfaction and balance in life. Dolly Parton has redefined beauty standards in a world obsessed with perfect appearances, proving that true beauty comes from self-acceptance and the right to own oneself rather than chasing unrealistic ideals. In a culture where women are often criticized for changing their appearance, Dolly Parton's transparency is both refreshing and deeply inspiring. She is not only a role model for talent and beauty, but also a living testament to self-empowerment and the right to redefine one's image without fear of judgment. What sets Dolly's story apart from many other Hollywood tragedies is that her cosmetic surgeries have never overshadowed her true talent and legacy. While her appearance has changed over time, her powerful voice, exceptional songwriting ability, and compassion remain intact, never dulled by any surgery. She has proven a profound truth: cosmetic surgery does not necessarily end in tragedy or a loss of identity. In fact, for her, it is just a small part of the journey to express herself to the world and is not the defining factor of who she is. Dolly Parton's journey is a testament that when cosmetic surgery is done with confidence, honesty, and a bit of humor, Even in a Hollywood full of disaster stories, it can still coexist with dignity, kindness, and lasting success. She has taken control of her image without allowing society or the entertainment industry to define her through her appearance. Dolly's cosmetic procedures are not a sign of insecurity, but an affirmation of each individual's right to own their body and image. Her journey reminds us that beauty cannot be measured by societal standards, but by self-acceptance, self-respect, and the strength to maintain core values, no matter how many times we may change. The famous family of LaToya Jackson and her controversial face, once admired for its natural beauty, has become one of the most talked about subjects in the entertainment world. LaToya Jackson, originally known for her talent and her striking resemblance to her legendary brother Michael Jackson, soon became more famous for her dramatic physical transformation than for her career. Over the years, her appearance has changed so significantly that it has sparked a whirlwind of speculation and curiosity. Was this transformation driven by the intense pressure of fame and the constant comparisons to her famous family members, or is it a reflection of the Jackson family's complicated relationship with cosmetic surgery? LaToya's changing appearance has raised questions about the extent to which celebrities are willing to alter their looks to meet society's beauty standards, and how this desire can sometimes overshadow the pursuit of happiness and self-acceptance. The Jackson family's history with cosmetic procedures, particularly Michael Jackson's transformation, further complicates LaToya's story, turning her physical changes into a public statement about beauty identity and the price of fame. Regardless of the reasons, LaToya's once soft features have become more sculpted, almost mask-like, making her a target for criticism. But say what you will, LaToya owns her choices. Despite the scrutiny, she continues to thrive in the entertainment industry, bouncing between reality TV shows and advocacy work. Her personal life has been marked by a controlling father and a toxic marriage, both as public as her face. But through it all, she has tried to carve out an identity beyond the Jackson name. While that hasn't always been easy, and her surgeries remain a hot topic, LaToya's journey is not just about aesthetics, but about survival in a world that never stops watching. Living in the shadow of Michael Jackson will never be simple, but LaToya continues to navigate fame in her own way. Love it or doubt it, one thing is certain: she remains standing, performing, and staying strong. Pamela Anderson wasn't just a lifeguard on Baywatch. She became a cultural phenomenon with her platinum blonde waves, captivating persona, and iconic red swimsuit. She became the hottest beauty of the 90s, forever running in slow motion in the minds of millions. Her images in that famous swimsuit have been etched into the minds of viewers, and she is regarded as one of the most alluring figures of the 90s. Pamela made an indelible mark on pop culture, becoming a symbol of beauty and irresistible charm. Her flowing blonde hair and radiant smile were not just physical traits, but integral parts of the image of a free, strong, and vivacious woman on screen. She will forever run in slow motion in the minds of fans, a model of allure and magnetic presence that no one could ever forget. But the obsession with perfection in Hollywood doesn't age with time, and neither do the expectations placed on their stars. Pamela Anderson, like many under the spotlight, has struggled with that pressure, trying to keep up with the harsh standards of the entertainment industry. Breast augmentation, facial adjustments, and other cosmetic procedures became an inseparable part of her beauty journey. In an industry where everything revolves around maintaining youth perfection and a trendy appearance, Anderson couldn't escape the pressure to constantly change to meet these expectations. The invisible whispers of Hollywood: maintain youth, maintain perfection, maintain trendiness, echoed constantly, pushing her into an endless race where beauty and youth were always the measure of success. She not only had to struggle with public expectations, but also had to face the exhaustion and emotional toll of trying to live up to those ideals. But now at 57, Anderson has flipped the script of her life. The fillers and excessive enhancements are gone, replaced by a woman who embraces herself naturally with strength and pride. This is a surprising move not only for the public, but also for herself. Anderson has openly expressed regret over the cosmetic procedures of her past, choosing to age on her own terms rather than adhere to Hollywood's glamorous standards. She decided to abandon external changes and return to herself, showing self-acceptance and self-love without the need for beauty interventions. Anderson's decision is not only a declaration of freedom and self-acceptance, but also a lesson in facing age and change naturally without shame or hesitation. In an industry where maintaining youth and appearance is always prioritized, Anderson has proven that true strength lies in living authentically even as age changes. She has set an example for women in the entertainment industry, showing that aging is not something to fear, but a natural part of life that everyone has the right to embrace and cherish. But Pam is not just about changing beauty, she is about real transformation. Today, she is a driving force in animal rights, environmental activism, and empowering women. Whether she is advocating for PETA or redefining the beauty of aging in Hollywood, one thing is clear. Pamela Anderson is no longer just a beauty icon, she is also a symbol of self-acceptance. Caitlyn Jenner, once the greatest athlete in the world with a glorious Olympic title, has now become one of the most talked about figures in modern history after she transitioned in 2015. This was not just a personal decision, but a global event that drew the attention of the world. The groundbreaking Vanity Fair cover, where Caitlyn first publicly appeared as a woman, immediately went down in history, becoming an iconic image for the LGBT community and supporters of transgender rights. However, this fame also came with relentless scrutiny, not only regarding her gender identity, but also how she transitioned, especially when it came to her appearance. Caitlyn's open transformation of her looks sparked a lot of questions and contrasting opinions, from criticism about the transition process to backlash over the cosmetic procedures she underwent. Caitlyn's physical changes, while part of her journey to reclaim herself, have become a controversial topic in the public eye. While many see it as a powerful expression of freedom and acceptance, another segment of people questions the motives behind these cosmetic interventions. From Olympic gold medals to red carpet gowns, Jenner's transformation came with a series of major cosmetic surgeries, sparking intense debates on whether she was truly accepting her authentic self or simply exchanging one set of beauty standards for another. Some praise her courage, while others question why the transition seems to require pursuing Hollywood's feminine ideal, youthful, glossy, perfect. The irony is that even after stepping into her true identity, Caitlyn Jenner still finds herself struggling with society's unattainable expectations. She has changed her appearance, lived authentically, and publicly embraced her gender identity, but her life hasn't become any easier. As time passes, the conversation surrounding her continues unabated, with critics dissecting every action and decision she makes. While she has found freedom in living true to her identity, Jenner still faces scrutiny from the public and harsh judgment. Loyal fans are aging and defending her choices, but the criticism and challenges from society persist. However, Despite the noise and criticism, Caitlyn Jenner continues to move forward with resilience. She continues to live and express herself without allowing societal expectations or scrutiny to diminish her confidence and ambition. Her journey is a testament to the power of self-acceptance, even when facing difficult challenges. The struggles Caitlyn faces come not only from the outside, but also from society's relentless expectations. Yet she hasn't given up, continuing to move forward in her journey to live authentically. She remains a strong advocate for the transgender community, using her platform to raise awareness and drive change. Love her or hate her, Caitlyn Jenner's story is not just about transition, it's about fame, identity, and the unyielding pressure of the public eye. Before social media and widespread beauty trends, Catherine Bach truly redefined the concept of sex appeal on American television through her role as Daisy Duke in the series The Dukes of Hazzard from 1979 to 1985. More than just a typical supporting character, Daisy Duke became a pop culture icon with her natural, sun-kissed beauty that was full of life and distinctly Southern American. Catherine Bach, born in 1954 in Cleveland, Ohio, grew up in South Dakota and studied acting at UCLA, bringing a very unique, different, and captivating presence from her very first audition. When the producers were casting for the Dukes of Hazzard, they were looking for a typical Southern blonde girl. However, Catherine, with her shiny black hair and radiant confidence, broke all traditional molds. Her presence on screen not only changed the perception of femininity and sex appeal at the time, but also created a charismatic and dynamic role model. The role of Daisy Duke not only brought Catherine instant fame, but also helped build a cultural icon that has lasted through many generations of fans. The version of Daisy Duke portrayed by Catherine Bach was not weak or merely decorative on screen. She was an image of intelligence, boldness, and confidence, especially when wearing her legendary denim shorts. This was not impulsive provocation, but truly a revolution in how women were perceived on the small screen. The show and the character quickly gained widespread popularity, with thousands of fan letters sent in each week and posters of Bach in costume selling over 5 million copies, a rare figure in American pop culture history. Despite achieving fame and becoming a famous pinup icon, Catherine Bach never wanted to be remembered only as a sex symbol. She always wished to be recognized as a true actress. She proved her acting abilities through many diverse roles in television series, notably her role in The Young and the Restless. Although her natural beauty has remained timeless, Catherine has dedicated most of her focus to her family and charitable activities, especially after her husband's tragic death in 2010. Her maturity and understanding of life have helped her balance fame and self-worth in a profound way. Christina Aguilera's transformation remains one of the most impressive and controversial makeovers in pop music history. From her pure image when she debuted in 1999 with the hit song Genie in a Bottle, to the many times she reshaped herself, later Aguilera has always used her appearance as an artistic statement, showcasing her strong personality and limitless free spirit. Each time she changed her style, she skillfully combined music and image to reflect different stages in both her career and personal life. However, in an industry where cosmetic surgery disasters frequently dominate the headlines, Christina's increasingly different appearance has become a constant topic of conversation. Although altering her appearance has always been part of Aguilera's artistic strategy, it has not been without its negative impact from public opinion. While many admire her strong ability to reinvent herself, there are also many who criticize her cosmetic procedures, viewing them as a sign of a lack of self-acceptance. However, Christina Aguilera has remained steadfast in her choices, showing that the pursuit of beauty is not always tied to insecurity, but can sometimes be a form of personal expression, helping her feel freer and stronger. She proves that in the high-pressure entertainment world, changing oneself does not necessarily have to be a bad thing as long as it comes from personal choice and does not diminish the essence of who one truly is. The noticeable changes in Christina Aguilera's face have led many to question the true reasons behind her cosmetic surgery decisions, especially when compared to the confident and sensual image she built in the early years of her career. Her weight loss of more than 18 kilograms combined with the natural changes that come with motherhood and aging has led many to speculate that she has undergone cosmetic surgery, fillers, Botox, and even a facelift. However, if we only focus on these rumors, we miss a deeper truth. Behind the glamorous Las Vegas stages and the dazzling red carpet appearances, Aguilera is grappling with the journey of rebuilding her career post-divorce, while also facing the immense pressure of maintaining her reputation in an industry that is often cold towards women once they pass their youth. With each change, Aguilera is not only experimenting with her appearance, but is also searching for ways to redefine herself in a world that constantly demands perfection and reinvention. She is not only an artist with outstanding performances, but also a woman struggling with the invisible pressures sometimes coming from the very expectations of the public. The pursuit of beauty or changing her appearance is not just a way for her to regain confidence, but also a part of her journey